Good afternoon from Exit 407. It's Ryan, and on today's adventure, we're going to be checking out what's new in the Smokies for the month of May. We have 2 water parks opening up this month, which one of them has a brand new slide. The longest zip line in America just opened in Pigeon Forge, and the tallest swing in Tennessee. We've got new restaurants to check out that are opening up this month, and a Scooby-Doo mystery putt mini golf course. There's a new breakfast show that we'll be checking out, and we'll be giving you a sneak peek look at the Truth Traveler now that we know when that will be opening up. I'll also be touching on weather and crowds for the month of April, and just going for a nice relaxing drive through Pigeon Forge and into Gatlinburg to check out what's new. But before we hit the road, a quick trivia question. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? I'll answer that at the end of the video. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. Everything that we'll be covering in this video, we'll do more detailed videos throughout the month, and I'll put those videos down in the pinned comment, like the Scooby-Doo mini golf. I'll also be putting timestamps on this video so you can jump around to any section you want to see. If you could just do us one last favor before you leave the video, simply like the video. It's a great free way to support our channel to help us make more videos like this. So without further ado, let the adventure begin. As we exit Buc-ee's, you can see across the street here, there's not anything up yet at the 407 Gateway to Adventure. The last that I heard of this area that's going to be similar to the island in Pigeon Forge is they were hoping to get things up this fall. The Smokies baseball team did move over to Knoxville. We went to their opening day, and the stadium is 25 minutes from here, so we did a little video about what it's like to travel over to a Smokies game, which you can enjoy throughout the month of May. They've got a couple different fun promo giveaways in May. I did want to touch on the weather for the month of May. Here are the averages when it comes to lows and highs for Pigeon Forge. And when it comes to crowds, May actually is not as bad as it will be in June, as the last day for school is May 30th. So there are a lot of weekdays in May that you could go to places like Dollywood, and you're not going to have too much of an issue with crowds. But again, locally, Sevier County, schools are out as of May 30th as their last day when I looked on the calendar online. Coming up here on the right, the Stone Cabin Coffee and Cheesecake Company has seemed to have closed down indefinitely, so I don't know exactly what the issue was. We're going to take a right here and head towards Soaky Mountain, which my daughters are very excited to be enjoying throughout the summer. So Soaky Mountain Water Park officially opens on May 10th, working on finishing up their new Rafters Rage water slide. I did check with Soaky Mountain. They said that they are on track right now to hopefully have that up and running on opening day on May 10th. We actually have a full tour of Soaky Mountain. I'll put a link to that down in the pinned comment if you want to see what this water park is like. And I would just say between Soaky Mountain and Dollywood Splash Country, this has some of the more intense rides, especially with the addition of their Rafters Rage. As we get back onto the parkway, there's some Ober Mountain billboards. We'll be talking about Ober Mountain later in the video and a little festival they have going on throughout the month of May. As we come up to the Target, they're working on a bank here on this corner, a Chase Bank. As we're starting to run into some traffic, I thought I'd point out there is a car show on May 15th through the 17th. It's the Grand National F100 reunion that's in Pigeon Forge. It is the largest classic Ford truck show in the country. I wouldn't be overly worried about it. It's not like the spring or fall rod run, but you will see an increase in traffic around the LeConte Convention Center over by the island. As we pass by downtown Sevierville on May 16th and 17th, they have the Bloomin Barbecue Music and Food Festival. So you're welcome to go out there for free, bring a lawn chair, listen to some music, and they have a bunch of different food vendors and retail vendors here in downtown on May 16th and 17th. As we're working our way through Sevierville on our way to Pigeon Forge, it does look pretty cloudy off in the distance. I plan to walk through downtown Gatlinburg. Hopefully I don't get poured on with some of these April showers. As we come up to SkyLand Ranch up here on the right, I did want to point out that they have kicked off their brand new breakfast show. We went to it and did a full review of what type of food they serve, their gluten-free options, and what the show is like. So you can check out that video down in the pinned comment. We also tried out their brand new wagon wheeler swing. It is the tallest rotating tower swing in Tennessee, which one thing that I love that they did is they've included it with your general admission. So if you get a general admission, which is good for 3 days to go up to SkyLand Ranch, you're able to at least ride that swing one time during your visit. That's included with general admission. So you can check out both of those videos down in the pinned comment as we cross over the Little Pigeon River. Every time I go by the apple barn, I think we need to get over to the apple barn. It's been such a long time, and I think I need to get over by the Smoky Mountain Opry. I do see an available sign out front. So based at this point in time, I would say that the Nerf and Crayola experience are at a complete standstill, are not happening based on what is not happening here at the building. I don't see anything different on the inside, so nothing's being built. I don't know why, what the issue was, or why they plan to go forward and why it stopped, or if it ever will go forward. So if we hear anything else on the Nerf and Crayola experience, we'll do our best to keep you updated. And somebody's got to fix this building one of these days. As we go by the Titanic Museum, which is great for a rainy day, I'm hoping that the rain can hold off just a little bit longer as we can finish off this video. So you can see it's a Thursday afternoon and the crowds are not too bad here at the end of April, so I wouldn't be too concerned about weekdays in May. Let's take a left here on Teaster Lane and head over to the Scooby-Doo mini golf course. Gorilla Taco doesn't look too busy right now for lunch on Thursday afternoon. And we've got Blue Moose on the right over here, which we'll be checking out the new Blue Moose in Gatlinburg in a little bit. And the Lost Mine Mountain Coaster and Mini Golf. We still haven't done the mini golf here. It's on our to-do list, but we love this mountain coaster. It is really a great coaster, along with the one at SkyLand Ranch that we passed earlier. Both of those are very nice and long, smooth, fun coaster rides. So Scooby-Doo Mystery Putt is coming along pretty well. Let me park over here at the Mountain Mile and give you a closer look. So I just chatted with some people from Scooby-Doo Mystery Putt. They were hoping to have this open in the beginning part of May, but it looks like they're going to do a grand opening in June and hoping to do some soft opening towards the end of May. So when we know exactly when this will officially open, we'll do our best to keep you updated over on our Facebook page. And when it does open, we'll come back and perhaps try both the orange and the purple course to let you know which one we like better. But as I walk along the sidewalk here, looking over at the course, I have seen a number of different Scooby-Doo characters out. So again, we'll do our best to come back and show you what this new mini golf course in Pigeon Forge is like once it officially opens, hopefully later this month. So we're going to cross the street from the Mountain Mile and take an immediate right into this shopping complex. And up here on the right, just past the Dollar Tree, which it looks like they've taken the sign down for, but it will be the location for the Hulk Hogan wrestling shop. Perhaps too many people were coming in while they're trying to do different work and asking too many questions, which I talked to them this morning. They said they're about 30 days away from opening. So about late May, you should be able to come over here and go into Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop over here by Micro Wrestling. So let me cross over the street and head over to the Lumberjack Square real quick. I made it back here to the Lumberjack Square. I did ask them about the status of the adventure park, and they said still nothing official as of right now. But I did want to point out, next to the $5 movie theater, there is what was, I believe, a Birkenstock store. They've converted to a magic show. So it's got a little theater in here.
It's the Terry Evanswood Theater now. Adult tickets for the show come in at $35, or you can get 4 tickets for $100.
So from the Lumberjack Square, as we pass by Wares Valley Road and the Publix over here on the right, if I pull in to where Truth Traveler is being worked on. We actually just uploaded a sneak peek look at what the inside of Truth Traveler is like, which is being built by the same people who did the Ark in Kentucky. So you can check out that video down in the pinned comment if you want to see what their VR experience is like and their planetarium on the inside, as we go into more details about how long each of those experiences are. So they're hoping to do some soft opening at the end of May, but officially June 5th is when you can first purchase tickets. So as of right now, our plan is to come back later in May and give you a more detailed tour of this place once it officially opens up. Let's cross the street and head over here to the island in Pigeon Forge real quick, which I just wanted to point out, it's free to come over to the island to park. There's no admission to get here. And starting May 21st, they have their free Jurassic Adventure. There'll be 22 life-size animatronic dinosaurs scattered throughout the island. Once they get all of the 22 dinosaurs up here at the island, we'll try to come back and give you a little tour of the island and see all of the different dinosaurs that they have out on display. So from the island in Pigeon Forge, I want to actually work up here towards the old mill and see what's going on with the bridge, and then check out the Pigeon Forge racing coaster, which I think hopefully might be opening up later in May as we go by the Three Bears General Store. And the rain's kind of stopped momentarily. I hope it can hold off just a little bit longer as we go for a walk in Gatlinburg. Let's go past the new Speed Zone track that they recently opened up and see what's going on with the Old Mill Bridge over here on the left. I'm not sure if they're going to be finished up in May or they'll have to finish up in June, but everything at the Old Mill itself is still open. I see some people enjoying some lunch, and you can head over to the Pottery House, which is one of our favorite restaurants in the area, and some of the different shops over there. You just can't use this bridge. You got to take a different way to get over until they do complete this bridge. The last time I was down this street was during the spring rod run, which was completely packed in with cars and people. So it's kind of weird to see it empty after you've just seen it so packed with people. It's definitely a lot easier to cross the street, which I've heard that could be the last spring rod run. They'll still do the fall ones, but we'll see. We could take a left here on Dollywood Lane and get over to Dollywood. I did want to point out that the Flower and Food Festival will be going on the entire month of May. We did a video going over the Flower and Food Tasting Pass, showing you everything that you can get with the Tasting Pass, helping you to decide, is the Dollywood Tasting Pass worth it for this particular festival. You can also check out a number of flowers throughout the park and talk about some of the shows that are going on right now. As I mentioned before, Soaky Mountain is opening on May 10th. So too is Dollywood's Splash Country. It's open on the 10th and the 11th. Then it's closed during the week and it reopens on May 17th for the rest of May and the entire month of June. So we have a full video tour of Dollywood Splash Country. If you're trying to decide which of the two water parks you want to go to, you can check out that video down in the pinned comment. We're coming up to our last stop in Pigeon Forge over here on the right, the Pigeon Forge Racing Coaster. Let me pull in over here and give you a little update on when we expect this to open. So let me work my way up to the top of the Pigeon Forge Racing Coaster and figure out exactly when they plan to get this open, which I think is later this month. You know, one of the nice things about doing these videos is it does get me out of the house and keep me in shape. Oh, I got a long ways to go up this mountain still. I don't think the video is going to do it justice, but this is steeper than going up to Klingman's Dome or Kauai Dome, as it's known now. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. So they said I can go up to the operator tower to get an amazing view. I just got to catch my breath for a second. So I made it up to where the operator for the coaster will be, and whoever's working this job is going to have an amazing view of Pigeon Forge. And now that I'm looking down, I get a better idea of exactly how the track will go. You'll be coming up here and going around this turn, and then you'll work your way back down, and then you'll be coming up on this side over here for your second lap of the Pigeon Forge racing coaster. So it looks like they just have a little bit more track to do. They're hoping to do it within the next few days. And then they're going to be adding the cabling and some more detail work. The goal is to officially have this up and running sometime in late May. So once everything's been finished up and all the safety checks are complete and they're ready for riders, we'll do our best to let you know. So there's a quick look at the Pigeon Forge racing coaster. Next stop, Gatlinburg.
Before we leave Pigeon Forge, I wanted to point out just down the road from the Pigeon Forge racing coaster is Wildside's Megazip. It's the longest zip line in America. It's now open. You can check out our video. I'll put down in the pinned comment what it's like to ride on this zip line. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't pretty on my part, but I did do it. So you can check out that video again down in the pinned comment.
So I've officially made it into Gatlinburg. I parked back at Herbert Holt Park. I'm going to go for a quick walk because I need to get back to one of my kids' sports games tonight, so I don't want to be late. The same owners of Pigeon Forge racing coaster that we just checked out also own the Moonshine mountain coaster over here to the left, so I will be interested to see that in the future. Perhaps you can get a discounted ticket to ride both. So even though it's an overcast day, it is still a beautiful day to be here in Gatlinburg, and I'm so thankful I'm not getting rained on as we go for a walk through downtown. We've made it up to Speedworks. I think I want to head over to the Village. There's a shop that I saw online that I haven't been to yet. And as we pass by Blake Shelton's Old Red, we come up to the new Blue Moose Burgers and Wings. This was a Land Shark, so it is officially opening on May 12th. Again, there is a Blue Moose already in Pigeon Forge. It is a sports bar. The big change that I've noticed on the inside is there are a lot more TVs. So if you are going to be in Pigeon Forge, you want to get a burger or some wings, you can head over to Blue Moose. One of my favorite things on the menu at the Pigeon Forge location is their cheeseburger egg rolls. They're fantastic, especially with some ranch. So if you're going to be here in May, after May 12th, you want to head over to Blue Moose. We'll actually be coming back early in May before they open to try it out and see if there's anything different on the menu here versus the one in Pigeon Forge. So stay tuned for that video. All right, let's see if they'll let me cross the street. No. Oh, yeah, and oh, we got stoppers. All right, we're good to go. I actually got to get over here to the Ripley's Fun Zone and play their indoor mini golf. We've actually never played mini golf there. And you can head up to Anakeesta throughout the month of May. They've got lots of spring decorations. We got a pretty good amount of traffic over here in downtown at the moment. I did want to point out at Anakeesta, they have their United Taste of America festival going on starting May 23rd. It runs through August 10th. You can get a tasting pass, and they'll have a bunch of new food up at Anakeesta. So we'll try to come back and get a tasting pass for that festival when it kicks off at the end of May, and to let you know what's the best food to get up top. Again, Anakeesta owns Wildside, which is where the Megazip, the zip line I was talking about earlier, is up in Pigeon Forge. So you can check out that video if you think you would be brave enough to ride down the longest zip line in America. A few people on the road. There's not too many people out on the sidewalk right now as we come up to the pancake pantry. I think I want to take a left up here at the Village. Let's see if I can find this shop. So it looks like they took down the Easter decorations, but just have lots of spring flowers out here at the Village. So right next to the donut fryer, they have the Showcase Sports. Let me pop in here real quick and see what they have. So when you come in, they have lots of different sports memorabilia. It looks like signed helmets, footballs. They've got all sorts of old magazines, jerseys. And over here, they've got a number of different sports cards that you can get. Oh, look at this. It's my favorite thing I've spotted in the store. Old Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I grew up seeing this era right here back when my mom was actually a cheerleader for the Bucs and my grandfather was one of the team doctors. So I have lots of old photos in this type of jersey era colors. And then this is when everybody became a Bucs fan right here when Tom Brady joined the team. But hey, we welcome you to Tampa. Hopefully we make some good NFL draft picks this weekend. Along with being a Bucks fan, I am a Rays fan, and I will say we get more Yankees and Red Sox fans at Rays home games, which this is the third base from a game when the Yankees and Red Sox played. So lots of fun sports stuff. You can come in here and shop either before or after you grab a donut at the donut fryer. But we're not going to do that. We're short on time. We got to keep heading on so I can make it to my daughter's sports game. Earthquake the Ride is open on the left, and I can smell Fanny Farkles up ahead. I can smell the peppers and sausage. Oh, it smells so good. All right, keep going, keep going. I'm trying to make it up ahead to a new local coffee shop that will be opening this month. Doesn't look like too much has changed from the outside here at the Goo Goo clusters that they're adding on this corner. Again, thankfully it's not raining, it's not too hot, it's just a little bit muggy, but I'm super grateful to be out and to be able to go for a walk through Gatlinburg. So I think across the street from the old Smoky Candy Kitchen, everything is in this building that will be in the building between the Gifts of Gatlinburg, the Toy Chest Company, and the Tennessee Sock Company. And then you have China Bazaar and the Tropical Smoothie Cafe that we checked out their menu in last month's What's New video. But it looks like they're working on the new restaurant that was Crawdaddy's up here on the second floor, which you can see the old Crawdaddy sign behind the new Myron Mixon Barbecue Company. It is supposed to be opening this summer is what the website says. So not sure if it's early summer or late summer, but it does look like they're getting some work done on that new barbecue restaurant. Across the street, you have the Gatlinburg SkyPark, which now is offering season passes. So you can now go up multiple times throughout the year with a SkyPark annual pass coming in at $77.95. So I'm kind of glad that they added that as an option. So if you want to go up to the SkyPark multiple times and not have to pay each time you go, that might be a great option for you. And as we pass by this Gatlinburg photo spot on the corner where Smith & Sons is, along with Bubba Gump's across the street, we have the Crazy Mason Milkshake Bar, which if you're someone who loves lemonade, you might really like the May special here at the Crazy Mason Milkshake Bar in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. All right, we got to keep going up to Elks Plaza, is where the new coffee shop is. So let's go past the Gatlinburg, Tennessee sign in front of the convention center and go past the taco trail that opened up last month. It's a great quick service restaurant. They do serve breakfast all day long, starting at 9 a.m. And I will say they probably serve some of my favorite nachos in the area. They're really good, 10 bucks. They're giant, loaded with lots of good stuff. We have made it to Elks Plaza. I don't see a sign for the coffee shop on this billboard yet, but it's back here to the right. So back here, just before you get to the Best Italian Cafe and Pizzeria, you have the new Coffee Syndicate. If you look on the door here, it just says opening May 2025, but it looks like they're ready to open from the inside. Here's a look at their menu. If you want to pause the screen, they have Usual Suspects, Original Gangsters, and Most Wanted. So it sounds like it's a mafia-themed espresso and dessert bar. We'll try to come back and check it out when they are officially open. One thing I noticed on their menu I don't think I've ever seen is a caffeinated popsicle. So if I do come back here, I'll try to come earlier in the day because I don't know if I want to have some different coffees and a caffeinated popsicle late into the evening and never go to sleep that night. So we'll try to get back here as soon as we can. And across the street at Ober Mountain, they have their Strawberry Stroll event. It started on April 1st and it continues throughout the entire month of May, but it's offering strawberry themed food and beverage items up at the top of Ober Mountain. This guy is literally taking up his cross. I'm walking along and I see you carrying a cross. How many states have you been carrying this?
9 states in full, and Tennessee is number 10. 75 pounds of love and motion with my rucksack. It is 100 pounds on my back.
How many more states do you plan to go?
So this one's on assignment to the White House, and then I carry another cross back across the country to the West Coast, taking the upper parts of the United States, and then I also do 2 journeys along both sides of the Mississippi.
Awesome. Well, safe travels on your journey.
All right.
All right, take care. Be safe.
Great day.
God bless you. You just never know what you might see walking down the street in Gatlinburg, but I need to start walking down this way on the street to get back to Herbert Holt Park. So the answer to the riddle, if April showers bring Mayflowers, what do Mayflowers bring? Well, they bring pilgrims, of course. I paid attention in history class, but I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me for this drive through Pigeon Forge and walk through Gatlinburg. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Out of everything we've covered, what are you most excited for? Again, if you've enjoyed this video, simply like the video before you leave. And until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure. All right, I gotta really make up some time. They're counting on me to do the scoreboard. Here we go. I think I can definitely have some dessert tonight. Definitely burnt some calories making this video. Ah.